In this video, we will be talking about biomes. Now, the word biome is a science word. It's from biology, but a biome is just what an area looks like. So, a mountain is going to be different than a desert. A biome is influenced by the climate, the plants, everything. This will make more sense as we continue. So, biomes. Now, the first thing that's important is that we understand what is the difference between weather and climate. First, let's talk about weather. I have a formal definition from dictionary.com here. The state of the atmosphere with respect to wind, temperature, cloudiness, moisture, pressure, etc. Simply put, weather is just what's going on outside. Weather can change from minute to minute, day to day. So, what's the weather like? Maybe right now it is raining, but in 1 hour it will be sunny. Weather changes a lot, all the time. Weather is just what is happening outside. Hot, cold, sunny, rainy, etc. That is weather. Now, if we look at climate, it looks similar to weather, but it's different. The composite or generally prevailing weather conditions of a region, as temperature, air pressure, humidity, precipitation, sunshine, cloudiness, and winds throughout the years averaged over a series of years. So climate is weather, but averaged over many years. So let's say we're talking about a desert. If we want to talk about the climate of a desert, we need to look at the weather over many months, many years. When we look at the weather for a very long period of time, we can see what the climate is. The climate of a desert, it's dry and it's hot. That is the climate because that is what is normal there, what is the most common. Can it rain in the desert? Yeah, it could. That's weather. But climate, usually no rain, usually dry. So the climate of an area, the weather over many years, the average, what is normally happening, influences the biome. So a place with a wet climate, the biome will have more plants than a place with the dry climate. Hopefully this makes sense. If not, re-watch this part of the video, but now we are going to learn about the major biomes on Earth. And we'll talk about which biome we live in as well. So let's look at the biomes. The first biome is a rainforest. Rainforest. So we see these pictures. So what is a rainforest like? What is the climate like? Well, rainforests are warm. They have a lot of rain. So they are warm, they are wet, and they are humid, right? Humid, moisture in the air. So all of these climate factors lead to the biome. So it's hot, it's wet, there's a lot of plants, a lot of animals, a lot of insects, bugs. Rainforest. The most famous rainforest is the Amazon rainforest in Brazil. Next, we have temperate forest. Temperate forest. Now, what is the climate like in a temperate forest? So we live in a temperate forest. Pennsylvania is in a temperate forest. Temperate forest, otherwise known as deciduous forest, just means that the leaves on the trees change colors. So in the spring and the summer, the leaves are green. In the fall, they are brown or red. In the winter, the leaves fall. There are no leaves on the trees. So what is the climate like in a temperate forest? Well, there are 4 seasons. There's winter, there's spring, there's summer, and there's fall. And the temperature changes, right? Winter is cold, spring is warm, summer is hot, fall is cool. So there are 4 seasons. That's the climate. The biome is a temperate forest. All right, now we have temperate grasslands, or in the United States, a prairie. So we can see there is only grass and no trees. So what is a temperate grassland like? What is the climate like? So temperate grasslands, there is not a lot of rain. They're typically dry. There are no trees, only grass. So this would be the middle of the United States, like Kansas, Oklahoma. These are temperate grasslands. Next, we have savannah. Savannah. So the savannah is different than the grassland because there are trees and bushes and grass. So grassland, only grass. Savannah, some trees and some bushes. Now, what is the climate like? The savannah has more rain than grasslands. Not a lot of rain, but more rain for the trees and the bushes. Savannas are typically found in Africa. So this biome is mostly African, found in Africa. Savanna. Next, we have desert. Desert. What's the climate like in the desert? It's very dry, so almost no rain. Very hot during the day, but it can be cold at night. In a desert, there are not many plants or animals because the climate is dry. There is no water. Desert. Next, we have the taiga. Taiga, also known as boreal forest. Boreal forest. Boreal forest? Boreal forest. Either way, I say taiga. But these forests have trees, but the trees do not have leaves. So instead of leaves, they have pine needles. These trees are called evergreen trees because they never lose the green. These trees stay green all year. A taiga is typically in a colder climate, so think of Canada or Russia. So it's typically colder. It's cold year-round. All right, and then our last biome is called the tundra. The tundra. The tundra is very north. So the tundra is very cold. There are very little plants because it's cold. It's hard to survive when it's cold. But yes, the tundra is far north and it is cold. I believe that's the last one. Okay, so these are all of the biomes on Earth. I hope this was okay for you. Just go through them and ask yourself, what is the climate like? Now remember, climate is weather, but over long periods of time, years. So go back through and think, what is the climate of a desert? Is it cold? Is it hot? Is it dry? Is it wet? And use that to help you practice some vocabulary. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.